After 2 decades of keeping it undisclosed, Billy Bob Thornton has at last revealed the real cause of his separation from Angelina Jolie. Their once fiery romance, which had captivated the world, eventually ended in sorrow. They were a pair that seemed inseparable, connected by a powerful love expressed in ways only they could comprehend. Yet, just when their relationship was at its strongest, it collapsed suddenly. Was it the complexities of Hollywood life or deep-rooted differences between them that made staying together impossible? Let's explore this heartfelt story now. The end of Billy Bob Thornton and Angelina Jolie's marriage has been one of Hollywood's most talked-about mysteries. Their intense whirlwind romance captivated the world, but when they divorced in 2003, fans were left wondering what really happened behind closed doors. I think a lot of people might be surprised. Are you guys still friends? Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we've always been friends. See, in the press, ladies and gentlemen, sometimes if you get a divorce, everyone assumes that it was nasty, and it's just not always. Despite constant speculation, both kept their reasons private, until now. After 20 years of silence, Thornton has finally revealed the truth about their split. What caused the end of this high-profile relationship? And what new details did Billy Bob share about their marriage that might surprise us? Join us in this video as we reveal the truth behind Bob and Jolie's divorce. Why did Billy Bob divorce Angelina Jolie? After 20 long years of silence and leaving fans confused, Billy Bob went on to reveal the reason he divorced Angelina Jolie. Billy said they got divorced because their lifestyles were incompatible. In an interview, Thornton reflected on their 3-year marriage, stating that their time together was great and that they remained friends. However, he admitted that they had very different ways of living. Jolie, with her global lifestyle, was focused on a world of travel and activism, while Thornton preferred a more reclusive life, describing himself as having an agoraphobic lifestyle. This difference in lifestyle choices was the main reason their marriage ended in 2003. Thornton also opened up about his own insecurities during their relationship, revealing that he didn't feel good enough for Jolie. He felt pressured by the growing fame of his wife, especially as she became a bigger star while he was already established in his career. A reporter asked him about returning to the big screen for Maria after a 3-year Hollywood hiatus. "It is under control. It's under my control," he responded. He described feeling like he was hiding in the shadows and even said he sometimes felt like he didn't deserve to be with her. While the couple did some unconventional things, like wearing vials of each other's blood as necklaces, Thornton emphasized that the media exaggerated their behavior. Despite the pressures of celebrity life, he took full responsibility for the breakup, saying he chickened out because of his insecurities. He reassured that there were no hard feelings between them and that they still cared deeply for one another. Thornton's honesty about his feelings was echoed in a heartfelt note written by Jolie for his memoir, showing that despite the divorce, they still maintained mutual respect and affection. However, some people suggest that Angelina Jolie is known for being a homewrecker, considering how her relationship started with Billy Bob Thornton, and that her success is owed to her affiliations with him as well. But this is yet to be confirmed. While Angelina Jolie's entry into Billy Bob Thornton's life certainly stirred controversy, it wasn't the first time the actor had navigated troubled waters in his romantic life. His relationships, marked by several failed marriages and rocky endings, had already established a reputation for instability. Let's delve into the complex relationships Billy Bob Thornton had before Angelina Jolie. Billy Bob Thornton's previous relationships. Billy Bob's first marriage was to Melissa Lee Gatlin in 1978. They had a daughter, Amanda, in 1979, but their relationship was short-lived. They divorced in 1980, with Melissa citing incompatibility and adultery as reasons for the split. After the divorce, Billy Bob and Amanda grew apart. She was raised by her mother and grew up estranged from him. In 2008, Amanda was sentenced to 20 years in prison for the tragic death of her friend's young daughter, but she was released in 2020. Billy Bob's first marriage ended quickly, and it seems that the relationship never fully recovered. But he was just getting started in his journey of relationships. Billy Bob's second marriage was to actress Toni Lawrence in 1986. Toni was an up-and-coming actress at the time, known for roles in TV shows like McCloud and movies like Soul Survivor. However, their marriage didn't last long, and they divorced after just 2 years. They didn't have any children together, and Toni later spoke about the relationship, calling Billy Bob very troubled despite recognizing his talent. "My marriages were always very short, yes, and I don't like to try to fix things that aren't broken." Absolutely. And, so I said, "Look, you know, I got a pretty bad record." Their brief marriage didn't seem to have much of a lasting impact on either of their lives, as Toni remarried, and Billy moved on to his third marriage. In the early 1990s, Billy Bob married actress Cinda Williams, who was making a name for herself in films like One False Move and Mo' Better Blues. This marriage also didn't last, and it ended in divorce. Unlike his previous relationships, this one doesn't seem to have had a lot of public drama surrounding it. Cinda moved on and eventually remarried a film producer named Roderick Plummer, and the two have a child together. Cinda's career also continued to flourish, and she found happiness in her personal life. Billy Bob, like with his other marriages, moved forward. Billy Bob's fourth marriage was to model Petra Dawn Chernak, who had appeared in Playboy and became known for her beauty. The couple tied the knot in 1993, and they had 2 children, William Langston and Harry James. However, their marriage took a darker turn. In 1997, Petra filed for divorce, citing irreconcilable differences. She also accused Billy Bob of physically abusing her, saying that he had hit, punched, and bitten her multiple times during their marriage. Thornton denied these accusations, saying the marriage was far from perfect, but that he never behaved in the way Petra claimed. The divorce was messy, but it seemed to mark another painful chapter in Billy Bob's personal life. But that wasn't the last. Billy Bob's sixth and final marriage was to Connie England, a special effects artist who had worked on films like Men in Black and Planet of the Apes. Billy Bob and Connie had been together for 12 years before getting married in 2014 in a private ceremony at their home in Los Angeles. This relationship seemed different from his past marriages. Connie was more private and grounded, and they had a daughter, Bella, who was born in 2004. Billy Bob has always been open about his complicated relationships, even joking about how people often criticize him for his multiple marriages. "We were together within probably a couple of months, maybe. Really, yeah, she kind of dragged me out of the gutter, which was awesome. We've been together longer than if you totaled up all the other 5. Billy Bob Thornton's journey through love and marriage has been filled with complexity and contradictions. His relationships, whether short or long, seem to have been marked by passion, challenges, and a search for stability. Unlike the tumultuous nature of Billy Bob's relationships, Jolie's success was not shaped by the fallout from anyone else's choices. Instead, her triumphs were a direct result of her own relentless pursuit of her goals. Stay tuned, because in the next chapter, we delve into Angelina Jolie's early life and how she navigated her journey to success. Angelina Jolie's success story is about to get even more interesting. She was born on June 4, 1975, at Cedars-Sinai Hospital in Los Angeles to famous actors Jon Voight and Markellen Bertrand. Growing up in a family with a strong connection to the entertainment industry, her father was an acclaimed actor, and her brother, James Haven, also followed in their parents' footsteps. Jolie's godparents were actors Jacqueline Bisset and Maximilian Schell. On her father's side, she has German and Slovak ancestry, and while she has mentioned having distant indigenous roots, her father dismissed this claim as something her mother made up. Jolie's parents separated when she was just a baby, and she and her brother were raised by their mother, who had stepped away from her own acting career to focus on raising them. Despite being raised Catholic, her mother didn't push her to attend church regularly. Growing up, Jolie and her mother often watched movies together, which sparked Jolie's interest in acting. Though she appeared briefly in her father's film Looking to Get Out at age 7, it wasn't until later that she seriously pursued acting. Angelina Jolie is not afraid to speak her mind, whether on screen or off. But her tough girl image is only part of who she is. Jolie attended Beverly Hills High School but felt like an outsider, especially because her mother had a modest income compared to the wealthy families around her. She was teased for being very thin and for wearing glasses and braces. Her attempts at modeling didn't go well either, and she eventually transferred to an alternative school, where she embraced a rebellious punk persona. She wore all-black clothing, participated in mosh pits, and even engaged in dangerous behavior, including knife play with her boyfriend at the time. At one point, she even considered becoming a funeral director and took embalming courses. Jolie's teenage years were troubled. She struggled emotionally and began self-harming as a way to cope with her feelings. She also battled insomnia, an eating disorder, and drug addiction, using almost every drug she could get her hands on, especially heroin. Her emotional turmoil led her to attempt suicide twice, once at age 19 and again at 22 when she even tried to hire a hitman to end her life. After a breakdown at age 24, she was admitted to UCLA Medical Center for a 72-hour psychiatric evaluation. However, her life began to turn around when she adopted her first child, Maddox, in 2002. This gave her a sense of purpose and stability, and she vowed never to be self-destructive again. Jolie's relationship with her father, Jon Voight, was complicated. He left when she was very young, and their interactions were always strained and often played out in the media. Though they briefly reconciled during the filming of Lara Croft, Tomb Raider in 2001, their relationship soured again in 2002. That year, Jolie legally changed her name from Voight to Jolie, a name she had used professionally for years. Voight then publicly criticized her, claiming she had serious mental problems. This caused a rift, and Jolie cut ties with him, along with her mother and brother. However, they started to rebuild their relationship after her mother passed away from ovarian cancer in 2007, and 3 years later, they publicly announced their reconciliation. Through these difficult years, Jolie's life journey has been marked by pain and resilience, but it also showcases her strength in overcoming personal struggles and finding healing through family, motherhood, and humanitarian work. Angelina Jolie's journey to becoming a successful actress was not easy, but her determination and resilience were key to her breakthrough. Starting at just 16, she faced rejection after rejection, with many casting directors telling her that her demeanor was too dark. Despite these early setbacks, she didn't give up. She worked on several student films made by her brother, James Haven, while he was at USC and appeared in music videos for Lenny Kravitz, the Lemonheads, and Meat Loaf. In 1993, Jolie took a big step in her career, landing her first lead role in the sci-fi film Cyborg 2. However, she was disappointed with the film and took a break from auditions for a year. Instead of giving up, she learned from the experience and came back stronger. She took a supporting role in Without Evidence and then starred in her first major studio film, Hackers. Though Hackers didn't do well at the box office, it gained a cult following, and this role became Jolie's breakthrough. She continued to push forward with roles in several films in 1996, including Love Is All There Is and Mojave Moon. In Foxfire, Jolie played a rebellious teen who leads a group of girls against a teacher who harasses them. Her performance stood out, even in a film filled with clichés. Despite some of her films receiving negative reviews, like Playing God and True Women in 1997, Jolie didn't let the criticism stop her. Instead, she used it to improve and refine her skills. Through all the challenges and failures, Jolie's resilience and commitment to her craft allowed her to continue growing in her career, eventually leading her to become one of Hollywood's biggest stars. Her breakthrough moment came in 1997 when she won a Golden Globe Award for her portrayal of Cornelia Wallace in the TV movie George Wallace. The film, which tells the story of the controversial Alabama governor, earned widespread critical acclaim, and Jolie's performance was praised as one of the standout features of the film. This recognition led to her first Primetime Emmy nomination for Outstanding Supporting Actress in a Miniseries or Movie. However, it was her next major role that truly catapulted her to stardom. In 1998, she portrayed supermodel Gia Karangi in Gia, a harrowing film about addiction, self-destruction, and the price of fame. Jolie's performance was raw, emotional, and captivating. As Vanessa Vance of Real.com wrote, her portrayal of Gia was possibly the most beautiful train wreck ever filmed. The role earned Jolie a second consecutive Golden Globe win, an Emmy nomination, and her first Screen Actors Guild Award, cementing her place as one of Hollywood's most talented and versatile young stars. Following Gia, Jolie took a brief hiatus from acting and moved to New York, enrolling in night classes at New York University to study directing and screenwriting. However, her passion for acting remained strong, and she returned to the screen in 1999 with several notable roles, including Playing by Heart, Pushing Tin, and The Bone Collector, in which she starred opposite Denzel Washington. However, it was her role in Girl, Interrupted that truly solidified her place in Hollywood. Playing Lisa, a sociopathic patient in a psychiatric hospital, Jolie's performance was widely praised. She won the Golden Globe Award for Best Supporting Actress, the Screen Actors Guild Award, and, most notably, the Academy Award for Best Supporting Actress. This marked a major milestone in her career, affirming her as a talented actress capable of handling complex, challenging roles. By 2000, Jolie had become a household name. She starred in Gone in 60 Seconds, which became her highest-grossing film at that point, earning $237.2 million worldwide. However, it was Lara Croft, Tomb Raider in 2001 that truly elevated her to global fame. Despite mixed reviews, Jolie's portrayal of the iconic video game character was widely praised. She underwent extensive physical training for the role, including martial arts and firearms training. Tomb Raider became an international hit, solidifying her status as a major action star. Jolie continued to take on diverse roles, from thrillers like Original Sin to dramas like A Mighty Heart. By 2008, she had become the highest-paid actress in Hollywood, earning up to $20 million per film. Alongside her acting career, she became known for her humanitarian efforts, working with the UN and advocating for refugees and global issues. Angelina Jolie's journey to success is defined by her unyielding determination, independence, and refusal to rely on anyone but herself. From her early years in Hollywood to becoming a globally recognized director and humanitarian, Jolie's rise to prominence is a testament to her ability to carve out her own path. She built her career through her talent, tenacity, and commitment to her craft, proving that her success is entirely her own. What do you think about Angelina Jolie's divorce from Billy Bob Thornton? Share your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to click on the video showing on your screen, you will enjoy it.